Hey there, food lovers! Have we got a special treat for you today? We created the most incredible red velvet cheesecake ever. Want to know how to make this beautiful dessert? Grab your aprons, preheat those ovens, and let's get started. Get ready to embark on an exciting baking adventure. First, let's rally our favorite ingredients and prepare for some delicious fun in the kitchen. This red velvet cheesecake recipe calls for a delightful mix of pantry staples and special treats. For the crust, we'll use graham cracker crumbs, butter, and sugar to create a buttery and crumbly base for our cheesecake. For the filling, smooth and tangy cream cheese takes center stage, perfectly complemented by granulated sugar, eggs, sour cream, and a hint of vanilla extract. For the red velvet magic, unsweetened cocoa powder and red food coloring will work their magic to create that signature red velvet hue. Remember, quality ingredients make all the difference in baking. So, choose wisely and let's get started. The secret to an unforgettable cheesecake starts with a robust and delicious crust, which sets the stage for a truly indulgent experience. Let's begin by preheating our ovens to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, or 175 degrees Celsius. While the oven heats up, we'll create our crumbly masterpiece. Combine the graham cracker crumbs, melted butter, and sugar in a medium bowl. Mix until the crumbs are evenly moistened and resemble wet sand. Press this mixture into an even layer on the bottom of a springform pan. A flat and compact crust ensures that our cheesecake bakes evenly. Once the crust is ready, it's time to move on to the star of the show, the cheesecake filling. Get ready to dive into the star of our red velvet masterpiece, the luscious cheesecake filling. In a large bowl, beat the cream cheese and granulated sugar until smooth and creamy. Add the eggs one at a time, mixing well after each addition. Be mindful not to overmix during this step, as doing so can result in unsightly cracks on your cheesecake. Gently mix in the sour cream and vanilla extract until just combined. Our cheesecake filling is now ready for its red velvet transformation. Let's dive into a splash of red, discovering the allure of velvet hues. It's time to add the elements that make this cheesecake red velvet. Whisk together the unsweetened cocoa powder and red food coloring in a small bowl until combined. Add this mixture to the cheesecake filling and mix until the color is evenly distributed. Remember, you can adjust the amount of red food coloring you use. Want a deeper red hue? Add a few more drops. Once the batter is a beautiful, vibrant red, we're ready for the next step. Get ready to dive into the magic of baking bliss. Let's turn up the heat and embrace the deliciousness as we step into the oven. Carefully pour the cheesecake filling over the prepared crust in the springform pan. Spread it evenly to avoid air pockets, which can cause cracks during baking. Use a spatula to smooth the top, ensuring a uniform surface. Place the springform pan in a larger baking pan. This larger pan will serve as a water bath, essential for baking a perfect cheesecake. Fill the larger pan with hot water until it reaches halfway up the sides of the springform pan. Be cautious while pouring the water to avoid any spills. The hot water creates steam in the oven, which helps ensure even baking. This water bath helps to create a humid environment in the oven, which prevents the cheesecake from cracking and ensures a smooth, creamy texture. The steam from the water bath keeps the cheesecake moist and prevents it from drying. Carefully transfer both pans to the oven and bake for 60 to 70 minutes. Handling the pans gently is essential to avoid disturbing the water bath. The oven should be preheated to 325 degrees Fahrenheit for optimal baking. The cheesecake is ready when the edges are set and the center slightly jiggly. This slight jiggle indicates that the cheesecake is perfectly baked and will set completely as it cools. Avoid overbaking, as it can lead to a dry texture. Now for the hardest part, the waiting game. Allow the cheesecake to cool in the oven with the door open for about an hour. This gradual cooling process helps prevent cracks. After that, transfer it to a cooling rack and let it cool to room temperature before refrigerating. Patience is key to achieving the perfect cheesecake texture. We are taking a moment to cool down. But remember that patience is not just a virtue. It's also the key ingredient in a delightful cheesecake. Once the cheesecake is baked, turn off the oven and let it cool inside with the oven door slightly ajar for about an hour. This step is crucial because it allows the cheesecake to cool down gradually, essential for maintaining its structure and texture. A sudden temperature change can cause the cheesecake to crack or sink, ruining its smooth and creamy surface. This gradual cooling helps to prevent sudden temperature changes that can cause the cheesecake to sink or crack. The slow reduction in heat ensures that the cheesecake sets properly, giving it that perfect velvety texture we all love. It might be tempting to speed up this process, but patience here is key. After an hour, remove the cheesecake from the oven and carefully lift it from the water bath. The water bath helps to keep the cheesecake moist and prevents it from drying out during baking. Be gentle during this step to avoid any damage to the delicate dessert. Allow it to cool completely at room temperature. This can take another hour or two, but it's important not to rush this step. Cooling at room temperature helps the cheesecake firm up and makes it easier to handle before proceeding to the next stage. Once cooled, cover the cheesecake and refrigerate for at least 4 hours, or preferably overnight. This extended chilling time allows the flavors to meld together, making the texture even more luxurious. The wait might seem long, but it's during this time that the cheesecake truly transforms. This chilling time allows the cheesecake to set and develop its rich flavors fully. The longer it chills, the better it will taste. Overnight chilling is ideal because it gives the cheesecake ample time to reach its peak flavor and texture. Trust us, the wait will be worth it. When you finally take that first bite, you'll experience the creamy, rich, perfectly set cheesecake that makes all the patience worthwhile. Enjoy every delicious moment. It's time to dive into a world of decorations and decadence. Get ready to unleash your inner artist and let your creativity run wild. Our red velvet cheesecake is ready for its grand finale, the decorations. Here's where you can let your creativity shine. Dust the top of the cheesecake with powdered sugar for an elegant touch, or go all out with whipped cream swirls, red velvet cake crumbs, and fresh berries for a truly decadent treat. Slice, serve, and get ready for the flood of compliments. Today, we're about to embark on a delectable adventure that will tantalize your taste buds and ignite your passion for baking. Get ready to dive into the enchanting world of red velvet cheesecake, a dessert that combines the best of both worlds. This isn't just any cheesecake. It's a symphony of flavors and textures, a delightful dance between tangy cream cheese and the subtle sweetness of cocoa. Imagine the rich, velvety texture of red velvet cake, perfectly complemented by the creamy, tangy goodness of cheesecake. It's a match made in dessert heaven. The vibrant red hue adds a touch of whimsy and elegance, making it a showstopper dessert for any occasion, whether it's a birthday, anniversary, or just a special treat for yourself. Whether you're a seasoned baker or a novice in the kitchen, this recipe will quickly guide you through each step. We'll break down the process to ensure you achieve the perfect balance of flavors and textures. So, let's put on our aprons, preheat those ovens, and get ready to whip up a slice of heaven. Gather your ingredients, and let's create something truly magical together. Get ready for a whirlwind of flavors and textures that will leave you craving more. From the first bite to the last, this red velvet cheesecake promises to be an unforgettable experience. So, let's get baking and make some delicious memories. Congratulations, baking stars! You've just created a masterpiece. A stunning red velvet cheesecake that will tantalize taste buds and steal the show at any gathering. Remember, baking is all about having fun and experimenting in the kitchen. Don't be afraid to add your personal touch to this recipe. Share your culinary creations with us on social media. You can even share your masterpiece in the comments below. While at it, give this video a like and subscribe to the channel for sweet treats. Don't forget to ring the notification bell for updates on upcoming delicious desserts. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoy this incredible red velvet cheesecake. Until our next adventure, happy baking!